Okay, so this is explaining the last workshop in a series of 3. So this workshop would be aiming to tie everything together from the previous 2 workshops, combining floor plane and horizontal grid tracing techniques and vertical grid tracing sequences. Basically, I want, by the end of this workshop, for everybody to understand and know how to access all 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 axes on each plane. Which makes up basically each corner of the center cube, which is where we spin. I would like to open up the workshop with a short, a brief explanation of this Taoist philosophy that I draw from for inspiration, which is that of it's the Taoist principle of the uncarved block, whereas an uncarved block in its original form has infinite potential and therefore infinite power, and it's kind of a symbol for the universe and how it works and how there's just infinite potential in this, so I like to imagine this cube that we're spinning in as kind of this space of infinite potential, and what's really cool about flow arts and any movement art is that we have this space where we can carve our own shapes and geometries into, and simultaneously we're creating, but as soon as we're done, that motion is gone, it's lost, and so it's kind of like this simultaneous creation and destruction at once, which is really beautiful, because then we get to keep carving new geometries, and it's just infinite. And it's really inspiring to me knowing that there really is infinite potential for what we're doing through flow arts. So I'd like to open with that, and so this workshop would be called Exploring the Uncarved Block with double staffs, or text staffs. These are really text. The sequences I'd like to teach in this workshop, the first one would be this atomic 3-staff length hybrid, which would basically be this motion that we were doing earlier, right here, right, but made atomic, so it would look like this. And this is a great sequence. It's a great sequence for accessing this axis point or vertice point on the ceiling plane, and then how to step it over and do it on the other side. Step it over, and how in this single 360 degree rotation of your body, you can access all 8 of the corners of this center cube, which is, I think, is pretty neat. And from there, just kind of like to build on some of the 3-staff length atomic hybrids that we've been working on. There's this variation right here, where do isolation on this other axis right here, where this wall plane and wheel plane meet. Step it over, do it on the other side, so it looks like this. You can also do this one right here. Hold on. Bam, bam. So it's like anti-spin, isolation, isolation. If we have time, actually not that yet. Another one that's kind of cool would be, maybe some behind the back ones right here, tracing the center cube, getting that back point. Stuff like that. And also how to build from this full spectrum hybrid into separating them into isolations on different planes. Well, different axis points, sorry. on the other side. Maybe stepping it over with anti-spin. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe some horizontal hybrids, just kind of like getting people the feel for how many options you really have at each of these points. So if I can get some sequences across to people, that's awesome, but really I want to get the idea that there's 8 points that each have 3 planes meeting at them, and you could play any of these planes, so it's like a lot of options. So yeah, that is basically my everything I got for atomic 27 cube like grid tracing. Yeah, hope to teach at your workshop, teach at your festival. If not, probably yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching.